Can you imagine? Can you imagine this? Just put this into context. If Slot wins the Premier League with Liverpool, honestly, if Slot wins the Premier League with Liverpool, Cronkies, man, you guys invest in this team. As much as you're here blaming the manager, Cronkies, man, you guys invest in this team. We've managed to get the Champions League twice right now. You can invest in the team. We let Ivan Toney go for 40 million to the Saudi. Honestly, Arsenal, man, do you guys want to win the Premier League or not? Do you guys know what exactly we fans usually feel, by the way? And there you have it. So, Newcastle 1, Arsenal 0. And my God, I am drained. I'm tired. I'm so annoyed by this team. And I even don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't know what to say. In my match preview, I said, if we lose this game, then you might as well actually just say goodbye to the Premier League. Because looking at the number of points we've dropped, 3 games, 3 draws so far in 9 games, 10 games actually, yeah. 3 games we drew, 2 games we've now lost. And the way this team is playing, next we're actually linking up with Chelsea, meeting up with Chelsea. What are we doing? Honestly, what are we doing? What was that? What kind of football was that? And I think it's just time we start having honest conversations that we saw this coming. If you've been actually watching Arsenal for the beginning of the season, I'm more surprised actually by this. We started seeing this in the Leicester game. We started seeing this in the Southampton game. We saw this in the Bournemouth game. There's just this sense of complacency. There's this sense of no urgency. Players are just all over the place. Honestly, this is one of the worst performances I think I've ever seen. If that Bournemouth game actually was bad, then I think this is one of the worst games I think I've watched this season. At least the Bournemouth game, but one can actually, cut us a slack and say we're one man down. But this game, we had the whole team. We had the whole fucking team, honestly. And I think we'll get to these players one by one. Let's get to these players actually, one by one. David Dreyer. What can I even say? The beginning of the season, you actually, making good saves. You are this one stop show wonder. All of a sudden, man, you're just all over. You're not doing anything. Let's go to the defense. Let's go to Timber. Usually, by the way, we used to Timber actually being solid, inverting with Saka. Today, the guy was stinking the whole place. Didn't do anything. Gabriel Magalhaes, Saliba, Gabi, man, Saliba. How did you guys allow Isak to be? Isak is one of the most dangerous players. One of the most dangerous. I see Isak and I just see a striker. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? You guys allow free header. Isak had a free header. We go to Partey. Didn't see much of him. Actually, all these players by the today were just thinking. And actually, but let's even. In fact, the defense, but I actually even cut them a slack. Let's talk about that midfield. And this, I'm actually blaming Mikel Arteta, man. That midfield was one of the worst midfield I think I've seen. That's one of the worst midfield I think I've ever seen, ever since we played. That midfield of Declan Rice, Merino, and Trossard. Merino is like a trail, is like a double-decker bus. The guy can't run. The guy turns like a double-decker bus. Declan Rice, I can't even blame Declan Rice because currently the system that are playing in is choking him. 100 million player. Look at the Declan Rice that was playing last season. Compare the Declan Rice we have this season. What are we doing here? Trossard. Listen, I think I'm tired of defending you, Trossard. You've always been our baller. It's clear. You're just not good enough. Trossard is more of like a super sub. Let's just leave it there. He's not a guy but they can impact any game. He impacts games when he comes off the bench. But the forwards, Bukayo Saka, as much as Bade want to blame Bukayo Saka, once the engine of the team is there, that's it. What did you expect the forwards to do? Kai, damn it, Havertz, man. And I think it's just time we start having honest conversations, man. Kai Havertz is not a player who's actually going to win us anything significant. Let's just be honest. This guy is just not the it. Misplaced passes, going down easily, no urgency. The guy just drops down, creates unnecessary fouls, shouts at the referee. You had 90 minutes to do what you wanted to do. Why make so much noise by that when the whistle is blown? Martinelli, you are done. In fact, by the way, if somebody is to give us 50 million pounds for Martinelli, I think Martinelli, just pack your bags and go, because you're just done. The sub, Gabriel Jesus. Let's just be honest, by the way, we've outgrown these guys. Zinchenko, we've outgrown these guys. Do we want to win the Premier League or not? Actually, by the way, I think I've already resolved it in my head. I think with the number of points we've dropped, by the as far as the season has started, I think we just kiss the Premier League goodbye. The best we can do actually right now is focus on the Carabao Cup and focus on the FA Cup. The Champions League, we're never lucky there. The Premier League, honestly, is done. It's done. The way these guys are playing. So, and can you imagine? Just put this into context. If Slot wins the Premier League with Liverpool, honestly, if Slot wins the Premier League with Liverpool, Mikel Arteta, honestly, you've done your best, you've tried, but pack your things and go. Now, talking about Mikel Arteta, Cronkies, what are we doing here? And you know, some of these things you're seeing here just goes back to the transfer window. We didn't do the business during the transfer window. The conversation has been for the longest time, get a striker, get a striker, get a striker, get a striker. The transfer window came in. What did we do? We bought Merino, got Sterling on loan, bought Calafiori. Defense. We're supposed to be having the best defense in the Premier League right now. What are we doing here? Cronkies, man, you guys invest in this team. As much as you're here blaming the manager, Cronkies, man, you guys invest in this team. We've managed to get the Champions League twice right now. You can invest in the team. We let Ivan Toney go for 40 million to the Saudi. Honestly, Arsenal, man, do you guys want to win the Premier League or not? Do you guys know what exactly we fans usually feel, by the way? 21 years plus waiting for the Premier League, honestly. And let's move to the next one. I'll see you guys then.